the Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll give it to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You can see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
They'll go with a direct snap. Got enough for the first down. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team. We're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on second and inches. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the boys of OuxFlorida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
From the gun to give, looking for room.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Using his feet. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
From the gun on third down. He's got his man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Makes the catch. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up is working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now on the move. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Sooners will hustle to the line. They'll try to get it through the air. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, kicks on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Bacon. They're bringing heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. You've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
And the returner will be brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Florida 7, Oklahoma 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. He has brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you've got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Snap it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going. Way to get all the facets rolling. For defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Washington State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, the ground game. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to pass. It's Bacon. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, man, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
The incompletion on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. DB's right up on the receivers. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
If you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield and made the tackle for the loss.
Better find the ear plugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's vacant. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And the Sooners come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Gator! And once he got loose, it was all over. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Sooner offense returns to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Running to the left. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. Quick toss. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? To the air, it's Bacon. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And on 2nd down for this offense. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Bacon. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Try to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Fakes his man out. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Has the 45 on its way. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Feeling some heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. This quarterback part of their running game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Florida 21, Oklahoma 0.
The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Oklahoma offense will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The Sooners want to move quickly. The corners are walked up tight. These DBs going to give a little cushion. On the option. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few edges, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Quarterback will keep it. The Sooners will keep this drive going.
4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
He'll take it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up third down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. The Gators will go for it on 4th down.
Coming up.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. That defensive front was a stone wall on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida. 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Bacon. He looks that one in nicely. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And the ball slipped out. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Power football with the run. The Gators get it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida 28, Oklahoma 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Bacon. Fires left. Got his man. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great...
He lofts one down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
Good enough for a first down.
On the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Floating away. He wants it all. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.